my friends. Today we are opening 2 boxes of Godzilla Monsters Raid Again. Godzilla card game is new from Bushiroad, and this video is sponsored by Bushiroad. Thank you to them for sending over these sweet cards. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm a huge Godzilla fan, so I can't wait to see what's inside. I'm going to flip this camera down. We're going to dive in, and we're going to let the monster nonsense begin. Here we go. The new Godzilla card game expansion set, their second. Monsters Raid Again is available now in time for Christmas. A box like this one contains 7 cards per pack and 12 packs. So let's show you what's inside. If you're looking for a gift for the Godzilla and card game enthusiast in your life, this could be a really fun one. Also, if this looks good to you, share that with your friends. Share that with your significant other. Share that with your family. They want to know what to get you. If you're like me, and many of you are, if you're nerdy guys, we have a tendency of just going out and grabbing whatever we want for Christmas, and then when they're like, what do you want? We're like, I don't know. We update our wish list like never. Put this on your wish list or send this recommendation to somebody who loves you so they can buy you something cool. Megalon. So Godzilla Classic is what I am into. All of the old school ones. I don't know a lot of the newer ones. So like MB92 modified, everything from like the 90s onward. I am, what the heck is this? Chibi Mecha Godzilla? What have they done to my boy? That is my jam. All right, King Ghidorah, 1964, from the 3-headed monster, the original team up of all team ups, Rodan, Godzilla coming together because Mothra's gonna spit on them if they don't, to fight King Ghidorah. Ghidorah the 3-headed monster, I learned it as Ghidra, so I'm gonna phase in and out of Ghidorah and Ghidra. I learned it as Ghidra when I was a kid. I was very young, and it's a hard habit to break because I wore out the Betamax tape I had of this movie. Don't report me, okay? Got it, recorded it off TV, watched it 500 times. God of Destruction's Counter Attack, Baby Godzilla, and the Rage cards that give you extra threat look like this. They are classic movie posters from the Godzilla franchise. If you want to know how to play the game, we are going to be releasing some gameplay of it. I'll also put some links in the description and the comments to some really good like how to play the game guides, because that isn't the type of video I have made. It's not a how to play. It is a gameplay. Like we throw down with some pretty current meta decks, Chibi Mothra. But generally speaking, you want to advance your monsters until they get on the other person's board, and you get to build your monsters into mega threats. They get angry. You play battles. This is a battle card. King Caesar, I remember from the old school one, the old Mechagodzilla movie, the first one, but I haven't seen this one. And then here, I have seen Godzilla in 2023. There is no danger of the creature coming ashore is a really funny line of text in this case. Super X, I remember the one from what was on the box at the time was Godzilla 1985. Maybe they changed the name, but I remember that one. That was another one of my favorite movies as a kid, was Godzilla 1985. Space Godzilla, King Ghidorah 1991 with an insane threat level, so that's a level 3 monster. And then this another sweet movie poster. Is this from Astro Monster? This might be this is the original. I knew it as Monster Zero. Godzilla versus Monster Zero is how I knew it. It's also been called Invasion of Astro Monster. A lot of those old ones seem to have changed their names here and there. But as a kid, I just went by what was on the box. I don't know this one. This is an unfamiliar Mulguira fake fan alert. There is Destructive Impulse. They're so, like, dude, some of these cards are very cute, but Destructive Impulse is a thing that destroys several battle cards. It is a regular card in the format. It's like a good removal spell, if you will. And this is an alt art of it that is kind of nonsense. Conductorless Train Bombers. is a battle card that you can play and reminds me of the Godzilla 2023 one. Then we got Little Godzilla, straight up Little Godzilla. Is this one? This one is also still 90s though. It's not the son of Godzilla from back in my day. Gigan 2000 looks just like Gigan from Godzilla vs. Megalon, to be honest. Godzilla in 1972. What movie is this from? Is this from the one where he fights the crab, the big crab? It looks really familiar. I can't pick it out of a lineup of exactly what it is though. Godzilla raids again. Godzilla going against Anguirus, I believe, from back in the day. I'll hit you with the old Godzilla lore. It's very fun. I still put them on. They are my ultimate comfort watching. I watch them on planes. I watch them when I'm falling asleep at night. I watch them while I'm playing NCAA Football 2013, a very old game at this point. Get my video gaming on. Interception Operation. Sure, it's a strategy card. Crystals. I think those were on Planet X. Oh, it's a Space Godzilla thing. I have not watched the Space Godzilla one yet, though. We got a helicopter, one of many potential victims for a Godzilla card. Space Godzilla, the Space Godzilla. Huge threat level here, 20,000. That's the level 3. Godzilla 1993, threat level 25,000 for the level 3. And then here we have this. What is this from? All monsters attack, or what was it? No. That's not the one. Godzilla versus Gigan, I believe, was the one where you had Gigan. It was basically a 2v2. You had Monster Zero, Ghidorah, Gigan versus Anguirus, and Godzilla. He came to help his buddy out. He was getting his butt kicked in combat, all by his lonesome, getting smashed. We had to. It was classic. You built Gigan up by having him beat up Anguirus, who has to get Godzilla to help him. All right, Space Godzilla returns by Lente. This was one of the last like old school ones, and I think I only saw it once. The Smog monster. And we have Tentacles. Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. There's Anguirus. 22. That's one's from 2004. Operation Taba. Okay. And boom, what are you? This must be a newer one. I don't recognize the poster, but it is a sick poster without question. The Godzilla movie poster rage cards. The rage cards are very important. On every turn, you can discard cards in your hand you don't want, and at the end of the turn, you draw a new card whenever you do that. So, like, it happens pretty often. It's not really a bad thing, Dorat. But they become rage, which makes your monster harder to defeat, harder to counter on the following turn. This is one of this bite attack moment is so sweet. This is like an iconic Godzilla moment as far as like just some of the nonsense they did in the old school versions. Godzilla 2016 second form. I think I said 2023 a few times, but it is 2016. I have seen Godzilla 2016. And I have seen Godzilla -0 recently. We got 2004's Rodan. We got Godzilla 2023 in what looks like a really sweet foiling. This is a level 4 as well. So this is usually the final form of your monster, and usually the most powerful version of it. As your monster gets more powerful, the longer the game goes. Train bombers again, and there is the Godzilla 2016. Is it Shin Godzilla, I want to say? The one before -0, and not the like Godzilla X Kong type ones. There's Gigan 2004. This one, yeah, this son of Godzilla, Manila. I don't think I ever actually knew the name. That's kind of awesome. But this was one that I saw Son of Godzilla several times. It like had life lessons in it. Like my dad would watch it with me, and he would teach me life lessons. Based on sci-fi movies was kind of a thing that we did, and Son of Godzilla had lessons about standing up to bullies and not running away from your enemies. Like it's really interesting. Baby Godzilla. There is Bloody Chainsaw. Dude, modern ones got weird. All right, what's this? What's this? Despair. That's it. It's just despair. You feel bad when Godzilla's like losing. It's just bad. Or is this a location? It's a strategy card. It's not a part of a movie I'm familiar with. I'm curious. Destroy a perfect form. And there is a good old, what is this from? All Monsters Attack, maybe? No, Godzilla versus a sea monster. You can see yeah, there was also a mantis on the island, a big spider. Yeah, Godzilla versus the sea monster is this one, which I think has a different name as well. It starts with an H, but I knew it back in the day as Godzilla versus the sea monster. All right, watched that one a lot. Gigan in 1972, awesome. Space Godzilla. Then we got the more train bombers. Chibi Godzilla is too cute. I can't handle the cute. It's so much cute. Lake Ashi Monster. Then we got Balante Plant Beast Form. Like I said, they got crazy in the 90s and 2000s. King Caesar in the 90s. Do they have a 70s Terror of Mecha Godzilla? I believe that's the name of the movie. King Caesar. There's Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla and Terror of Mecha Godzilla, I think. Godzilla 1969, but it's what is it? This one fighting? I feel like I should know this, but I don't. Let me know in the comments if you know that one. But this one I definitely know. That's Planet X. All right, that's the Invasion of Astro Monster, aka Godzilla versus Monster Zero. Another Gigan, Volante again, Destroya. Again, Chainsaw again, and Space Godzilla flying form. Very pretty foily. I also know this is their latest expansion. There are a bunch of your other favorites that might not be in this expansion in the original set. I've seen Mothra. I know it's there. So you might not crack open a Mothra card in this set specifically, but it's definitely in the game. You see Mothra hanging out here. In Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, or King Ghidorah, 1994. Chibi Godzilla in second form. How many of these are there? Ghidorah in 1991. This is my starting monster in the gameplay episode, which might be out by the time this comes out. Check that out. Giant unknown creature. Oh God, what could it be? What is it always in movies like this? Could it be Godzilla? Mecha King Ghidorah. Also, this is the final form in the deck I played as well. The King Ghidorah deck is sweet, especially if you like graveyard decks. And then we have foil version of the giant unknown creature. And we're almost through box number 1, 2 packs to go. They fly right by. No filler, just awesome monsters. Godzilla 1993, Belante Rose Form, Gigan in 1972, but flying this time at level 2, Godzillasaurus from 2016, the old dino version, Volante Plant Beast Form, another Lake Ashy Monster, and a new Chibi Rage. I can't be mad though. I can't rage with this. It's failing the rage test. There are a lot of foils, and the foils are pretty, they are pretty well. They're well foiled. Like, the card quality feels nice. I'm not concerned that I have to sleeve this right away or something terrible to have to it. It's a stable feeling card. And I think that's important if you want to collect it. Whether or not you want to actually throw down with your friends, which I recommend. I played with Shay. Shay loves this game. Godzilla 2016 in third form. There's Gabara. Yeah, I have seen this. I'm trying to remember what movie it is. It is in black and white. Godzilla in 1994, Space Godzilla flying form. Godzilla 2016 is frozen. I mean, if you like Godzillas, there's a lot of them. King Ghidorah, also a lot of them. This one in foil, so I'm happy to have that one in the collection. Yeah, if you're gonna collect the cards, they feel very nice. It feels like creating a binder of these and just having it around to kind of relive your Godzilla nostalgia can be a nice gift in and of itself. And then if you have, a friend like Shay learned this game with me, and we can now play this whenever we're just hanging out waiting for another shoot to start or something like that. It's a very quick, fun, has a good flow. It actually feels like a game where if you need to step away in the middle and then come back later, that's reasonable. Whereas in, you know how hard that is in a Commander game to pause a Commander game, go do something else and come back to it is impossible. All right. Yep, still coming ashore. Megalon. Yep, got another one of those. We're into box number 2, Godzilla in 72. the Plant Beast form foil, Destroya in perfect form, and the Shin Godzilla Rage. As always, guys, when I mispronounce something by what you think I should pronounce it as, when I misidentify a monster, correct me in the comments. That's what they're there for. So nobody else on the internet, for even a second, thinks that I'll get away with being wrong on the internet. I know you nerds are allergic to it. Super X3, Destroya, and another foil, Giant Unknown Creature. So we've definitely got a good bit of the cards we need. Godzilla deck, again, we're shooting from the hip here, but I believe 50 cards and 3 of each card. So we're building out our play sets to build our decks. If, you want to go smash, Gigan in 72 is another classic for me. The 4th form in 2016. This is full-blown monster mode. Another 72, this one foil, and another sweet movie poster. Let's see. My favorite Godzilla movie when I was young was the Godzilla versus Ghidorah, or Godzilla versus, or the three-headed monster, or just absolutely, like this scene in particular. I don't know what got me about it, but I liked that it had a journey. Anyway, Mecha King Ghidorah is one of the best cards in the set from my experience playing the game. This was an insane card. You want to fill you've seen how many different versions of King Ghidorah there are. You want to fill your whole discard pile with King Ghidorahs, and then you can play this and lock your opponent out of invading, which is one of the key win cons. So that is a really good foil hit. And then we got another one. But yeah, this one, it felt like there was a whole arc for the characters. Godzilla starts as a scary baddie. Rodan starts as a scary baddie. They have to get talked into it by a baby caterpillar. And then you guys, they'll team up to fight the evil. I liked that. I liked that it had that kind of arc. Then the next one, right after that, I would watch was Invasion of Astro Monster, Planet X, Godzilla versus Monster Zero, which is what this poster's from. And I would usually watch those two back to back, just almost every weekend growing up. It was a bit of an addiction. I really like this level 2 King Ghidorah in gameplay, because when it enters you get to mill 3, and when it moves it gets to destroy your opponent's battles. It's a very effective card. Modified Gigan, okay. Yeah, more evidence that they got really weird, but there's now enough Gigan for a Gigan deck, because we've seen all level 1, 2, 3, and now 4. And then the Lake and Monster continues. A Rage card. At some point, I got a Beta Max copy in the mail, official copy of what I thought was called Godzilla 1985. And this one you don't see. It's a harder one to find online when I've tried to buy it again. I think you can get it now, but there was a period of time where it was very unavailable. And Godzilla 1985 was pretty different. Really wild, but one of the coolest looking Godzillas I think that they ever had. And I highly recommend checking this movie out if you're a Godzilla fan but never caught it, because it kind of sits in that middle ground where it felt like they were going for kind of an American interpretation of it as well. I think they had 2 different edits of it. One that had an American actor as kind of the lead guy, who would pontificate about man versus nature and things like that. But God, the ending to it made me cry, bawl every time. Probably till I was 16 years old. You have no idea. You can make fun of me all you want. I cried at the end of that movie every time. Foil Godzilla 99, Blue Godzilla, more controlling Godzilla maybe Blue is my version. This is a level 4. That's exciting. I didn't check that card out. Then we got this one as well. Amazing. But Godzilla, the Godzilla 1985 movie. I wore that VHS out. At the end, God, do I spoil it? Tell you guys what happened at the end of that movie. He walks into a volcano. It's really sad. He gets tricked into walking into a volcano and dies. Oh my God. Of course, he's not really dead. Godzilla always comes back. Jet Jaguar is somewhere. This is our first card with Jet Jaguar on it, and I see Joint Struggle. Must have returned in the 90s movies. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. And yeah, again, I love this. I love the classic posters. And you can outfit your Rage deck with all the classics. But yeah, don't make me cry, Godzilla. It's too much of an emotional roller coaster for me. I can't handle it. Thinking that you're dead. King Caesar 2004. Pretty sweet. And then you didn't know you were going to get all these sad stories, right? Watching this. You might want to know what I think of Godzilla -1. Wow. A very amazing movie, actually. An absolutely epic movie. Highly recommend. I can't believe what they did with it. I feel like they really... I mean, at this point, we've seen so many versions of the Godzilla story, but I felt like this one had a particularly emotional punch. So speaking of crying at the movie theater, my wife and I cried watching Godzilla -1. And very impressive what they did there. So if you want to watch them, if you don't want to go back and watch the really old ones, if you're a zoomer, then I recommend Godzilla -1. Mecha King Ghidorah, level 4. Also in my deck that I play against Shay here on the channel. And then we got Baby Godzilla, Chibi Mothra. See, Mothra's in this set. Honestly, Shay's gonna want this card. I'm gonna save that for her. She would love it. Godzilla 2016 in third form. 1991 Godzilla. This was also in my deck. And must be a pretty hard one to get. It's the first one we've opened, and it's a foil. That's nice. Train Bombers and more Chibi Rage. Last pack. What are we hoping for? So, I got so many of the ones I wanted. I'm hoping for just a big shiny. Maybe another one from the Ghidorah deck that I played so I can build it myself. Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. Chibi Godzilla. Whoa! 2016 second form in a foil. The Burst 3. And we get Baby Godzilla in blue in foil. And honestly, that Rage card is amazing. It's got gold foil on it. It's the invasion. It's the Astro Monster. Godzilla versus Monster Zero movie poster again. And you know what? That might be one of the coolest pieces I've opened, just because I was saying I'm such a huge fan of this movie. Yeah, thank you for Bushiroad for sponsoring this video. Thank you to those who made it to the end. This is the new Godzilla card game set, Monsters Raid Again. And if you are looking for a gift this holiday season and you have someone in your life, for me, it's my mom. She loves buying me cards. She doesn't know what else to buy me. I can send her a wish list. She doesn't really want to look at it, but if she can buy me packs of cards, she feels great. You can let them know that you are interested in this new set from Godzilla card game. You can send them the link below that we're going to put in the description in the comments. Thank you for watching. You're cool.